And we say good morning to you. We're broadcasting live. There's a bunch of bouncing basketballs, and we love it. You see the Buffalo behind us, the Milligan University Buffaloes, is where we are. They got basketball camp here going on this week. Over 100 youngins in here bouncing the basketballs and shooting and rebounding and honing their skills, which is awesome. I can tell you that I've had 2 of mine come through here. Actually, 3 of mine come through here. A daughter and 2 granddaughters. So love it, love it, love it. And so they love it. And it's a really cool camp. And they're having a big time. So you'll hear the bouncing balls and the squeaking tennis shoes pretty much throughout the show. We're here till about 1 o'clock. It's Milligan University Day. We're going to be talking to a lot of coaches on the land of the Buffaloes. Athletic season, like everybody else, right around the corner. Athletes are starting to come into town, and so we're going to talk to primarily coaches this go around. We come back in August, we get some of the players, student athletes on, but for today, we're probably going to do just exactly what I told you. We're going to let it rip. We're about to let this young lady rip with the national anthem. She was at the Battle of Bristol several years ago. Jennifer Nettles, the national anthem, absolutely smoked it. Here she is to kick it off here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
In a world where clutter, trash, and debris threaten your property, one man is ready to save the day. He's Container Man, your dumpster delivery superhero. Need to clear out your garage? Call Container Man. Remodeling your home? Call Container Man. Demolition waste taking over your job site? Call Container Man. From minor to major projects, Container Man has the perfect size dumpster for every task. With lightning fast delivery and the customer service of a locally owned company, he will help you restore order to your world. When you're ready to fight clutter, trash, and debris, call Container Man.
On back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We are live here at the land of the Buffaloes. Our man Brandon's in the house, our brand spanking new sports information director. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on again, Tom. I
Absolutely.
always appreciate being on here with you.
Oh, yes. We're very excited. Since I met you, we're popped up over, we're about 490,000 views now. We're going for 1 million this year. We'll see if we can do it. We're on our way. And part of it's Milligan University. We've come on board. We're going to do what I show you, 9 volleyball games this year.
Yeah.
In addition to the Cyclones and some TA Duggar, we're going to be doing Milligan University and basketball. But the volleyball starts September the 21st. And so, are the athletes back yet?
They're not yet, but they're coming back. I think volleyball has their kids coming back August the 6th. So they'll have about a couple weeks before the start of their season where they'll have Milligan Mountain Madness, which is the home tournament that they host each year, an annual event where there's 7 or 8 schools that come in and will play round robin matches, and that's when things will get going for volleyball.
I asked him when I first got here, I said, you probably aren't doing anything right now, are you? It's kind of a slow time. He just rolled his eyes. It's wide open, isn't it? Oh,
yeah, totally.
Yeah. What's some of the things you guys are doing? I know you're talking about the banners. Something about
Yeah,
that?
we're updating banners, so changing up some of the writing on them and adding some new ones. So I think we're adding about 4 new banners in addition to editing some previous banners, which you've got some in this field house that have top 25 finishes, and we had I think, if I'm remembering correctly, 12 top 25 finishes out of our sports this year, and so those 12 banners will get edited, and a new year will be put on there. And then we'll have a couple new individual national champions. Obviously, we're putting up our 2023 men's cross country and women's cross country national championship banners.
Whoa.
As well as national championship appearances. There's banners on one side of our field house that have every sport's national championship appearances. And baseball this year, first time they've ever appeared in the national tournament, so they're getting a new banner. There's all kinds of new banners going up and changes to previous banners this year, and it's just a testament to the ability that Milligan has to be competitive in everything.
It's a happy problem to have. When you're changing banners, you know there's progress and success because you got to update what's up there, and that's awesome. We're very proud to be a part of the program out here, the Milligan University Buffaloes here. And if you're out in the area, and a lot of folks are out of state and watching, Milligan is in the metro Johnson City. It's right between Johnson City and Elizabethton. Probably enrollment's what, 1,800, 2,000?
Yeah,
I'm not sure what it is.
somewhere around that probably.
We'll have to wait till the kids come in to start the new year, but it's in that ballpark. So to have that kind of success for a school the size of Milligan, 1,800, 2,000 kids, obviously they're doing something right. Got phenomenal coaches. Are you been updating records too?
Yes, absolutely. We've got baseball and softball for the spring are all updated now, so those ones are up, and so all the records from the previous year have been updated, and track and field has been updated. We've got golf that's been updated. So yeah, there's been a lot of work on record books lately.
A lot of good stuff. Athletes are coming to town. We're going to be visiting with some of the coaches. Who you got lined up today?
We've got John Newberry, our women's soccer head coach. We've got Tim Barr, our disc golf head coach. Disc golf, a fun sport here at Milligan that we have that not a lot of schools offer, and it's a growing sport, one that's it's really booming out here especially. We've got a couple of professionals who are actually from the area here in Johnson City, and one of them is actually an assistant coach for the Milligan program, Zach Melton. So it's a pretty awesome opportunity for kids who are playing disc golf at high school level to come and get an education, get a scholarship to play disc golf at the college level. So he'll be joining us. Also, Patty Sweeney, men's soccer head coach, will be here, along with our brand new digital and creative media director, Kaylee Hendrickson, who's an alum of Milligan, played women's basketball here. So that should be fun.
She's from Unicoi County. Little Miss Kaylee, yep. Remember calling her games at Unicoi County and then calling them here at Milligan before she graduated. And she's back doing the media part of the sports, which is a really, really cool thing. So all that, and so disc golf, how many sports do we offer in Milligan?
31 sports.
31 sports, folks. It's not, this man does the sports information for all of them. He just told me he got done doing the preview for cross country. Men's soccer, if you recall from our last show, national runner-ups from last year. What, they lose 2-1, wasn't it?
Yeah, 2-1 in the championship.
Yeah, so Patty will be here, the soccer coach, talking about that, disc golf, and so we're loaded for bear, and we love coming over here and promoting the Buffaloes. We're going to be doing, as we said, streaming 9 volleyball games, both on the Milligan site and here on Tom Taylor Sports Show. So we're jacked up. We're excited. We love wearing orange and black on Fridays and with the Cyclones, and any other time now with the Buffalo. It's an easy transition. The wardrobe, both are orange and black, and both have, as we know, phenomenal programs at Elizabeth and I and here at Milligan University. So welcome aboard. You've been here now, what, 6 months? 4 months?
Probably about a little under 2, I
2
think.
months,
Well,
that's
actually,
all?
it's 2 months. Yeah,
Yeah.
May. I've been here since May 19th, so May to June and June to July. So just over 2 months.
60 days in.
Yeah.
So you know where the grocery store is. You know where you're learning things, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
You figured things out. Yeah. Transition, you and the missus, and that's awesome. We're glad you're here, and so it's exciting times. There's always a surge of energy on any college campus. This one being no different at the start of the year. Everybody's optimistic. Everybody's 0-0. The energy level's there, and so once they get here, this is kind of the calm before the storm, and everybody's jacked up, aren't they?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We're super excited. I mean, our fall sports are always very competitive and always near the top of their tables. And so, you know, when they come back, we're excited to see what they can do this coming year. And not only on the field either, also in the classroom, they've been really good. I mean, all of our student athletes are just outstanding in terms of their work in the classroom. And yeah, we're just excited for them to be back and get going again, because it's been a long time without sporting events on campus here at Milligan.
Before I let you go, the website to go to learn everything about Milligan sports is what?
At milliganbuffs.com. So we've got all kinds of updates with news stories about awards that our student athletes win during the season. We'll have game recaps on there. We'll have season previews coming up pretty soon for our fall sports. So those will kind of run down the schedule. It'll run down some of the new additions to the program on the field, recruits, and also talk about key returners and kind of give you a synopsis of what the season's going to look like.
Yep, got campers going by here. There they are. There's some Cyclone kids in here heading off to their next station, next stop. We'll take a break. We promised we'd have you, and we do. Here's Billy Napier, the head football coach of the Florida Gators, talking about his outstanding quarterback, Graham Mertz. And then coming up, Milligan coaches here in the Tom Daly Sports Show.
First of all, Graham's got character. You know, he cares. He's a worker. He's one of the more fun players to coach I've had in my career. You know, he matches your level of preparedness. I mean, you show up to the meeting and you're coaching Graham Mertz, you better be ready to go, right? And I think he learned a lot while he was at Wisconsin. I can still remember having a conversation with Paul Christ about Graham, really tough days. And I think some of that maturity helped him reset, recenter, and approach our team a little bit different way. So Ryan O'Hara is actually, and he's done a great job. He did a great job with Anthony, and then certainly Graham hit the ground running. But I would tell you, it's a product of the work. Graham, he earned prime to have a breakout year here. It's a big deal for Graham to be back to play quarterback for our team.
Business. We have a full line of furniture and bedding, living room, dining room, recliners, mattresses, you name it. We have it. We also do custom lines of furniture.
Some of the product lines you carry are?
We have Bassett, England, Ashley, Benchcraft, Barca Lounger, and Sealy, Simmons, Tempur-Pedic, Serta, Beauty Rest, Sierra Sleep. And there's a new one coming soon, but I'll keep that one quiet until it gets here.
To the appropriate time. Hours are open at Cannon Furniture.
Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 9 to 5.
They rely a lot on social media. How can we find you on social media?
You can find us on Facebook or Instagram at Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings.
Yep, one of our great sponsors is Cyclone Sports. Check them out, folks. Again, be loyal, buy local, and buy at Betsy in downtown Elizabeth. And the great folks are right here, Cannon's Furniture. Coach number one ready to go here. We're over here showcasing Milligan University. As we said, we're going to be doing some of their games this year at the different sports. Hello to Linda Pierce in Ohio. Hello to Linda Birchfield. Hello, Jeremy Marler. Patsy Lyons. Thank you all for watching. Our first coach, Coach Newberry, the girls soccer coach. How you doing, sir?
Doing well. How about yourself?
Doing fantastic. Are the girls in? Are they in town yet?
We've got some of the local girls that are in, but we move in August 10th, so a couple weeks. Yeah.
Yep. Recap last season for us for Milligan women's soccer.
Yeah. So last year was actually my first year bringing a full recruiting class in. We improved from 5 wins the year before to 10 wins. Made the quarterfinals of the conference tournament, and that was on the back of couple hardworking seniors, but a lot of young freshmen that carried the load.
So you doubled the number of wins.
Yeah, doubled the number of wins. We had the AAC Conference Freshman of the Year, and increased our goal totals, I think, by like 3 times compared to what we did before.
Freshman of the year. So refresh our memory. How many schools are in the conference?
So there are 15 teams,
15?
15, and then yeah.
So we had the freshman of the year in the 15-team conference here in Milligan. What's her name?
Natalie Roper, out of California.
Out of California.
Yeah.
Awesome. All the way from California to little old Milligan University. So the nucleus this year, what do you feel like your strength's going to be? Kind of give us a preview.
So our nucleus is going to be a lot of the freshmen that are now becoming sophomores. We have a great group that are in the midfield. We have fantastic forwards that are coming in. We've got some great seniors stepping up in the defensive side. Got a couple freshmen coming from all over the place as well that I think will add depth and some quality in different areas.
How tough is it to recruit Milligan soccer? The word's out, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is. So we get people from all over the place just because they want the small school experience, the high academic standard, and kind of just the culture of what the school is.
Yeah. It's a win-win-win. Small school, high academics, and the culture of being a Milligan student at a Christian university.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a no-brainer. That's why I love being a part of this. So
Yeah.
the schedule shows what? Do you guys travel, go to any tournaments or anything?
So we don't have any tournaments, but we travel a bit for non-conference. We have 4 non-conference games, so we'll play 2 away and 2 home. We'll play the reigning national champion, which is actually my alma mater and where I started my coaching career. So that's University of the Cumberlands. We'll play the number 12 school in the nation, Cumberland University, and those are our first 2 games. So we got our work cut out for us.
So the defending national champ and the 12th ranked team in the country is your first 2 games.
Yes.
Other than that,
we have
really?
2 very solid teams that will play out West Virginia and Georgia as well, and then we'll go into conference play.
That's awesome. So he says, when you get your schedule, which one do the girls go, oh, there it is? Which one gets them fired up?
So I think it depends on who you ask on the team. There's a couple different games that everyone loves to play. Montreat, which is only about an hour south of us in like the Asheville area.
Yep.
All the girls really like playing against them. A lot of the in-state schools that we play, like Johnson University, Bryan, Tennessee Wesleyan, they get amped about that because a lot of their friends that they grew up with go there. I like playing teams like Truett McConnell, Reinhardt, because they're always top 25, top 20 teams in the nation. So there's a lot of schools that we play that I think it's a battle no matter who you're playing against.
So you're jacked up, aren't you? You're
Oh,
ready.
I love it.
He's pumped. I can see it in his eye. So we go from 5 last year, we double it to 10 this year. We're going to add to that. So very exciting. In closing here, where can we find out more information on social media about Milligan women's soccer?
So we are on Instagram, on Twitter, and on Facebook a little bit. But if you go to Milligan Soccer for women's soccer on Instagram or Twitter, we typically post tons of stuff on there, whether they're new recruits or what our schedule and stuff is going to be.
We're going to be over here every month talking to these coaches. We're jacked up about it. We appreciate you very much. Hello, Nathan McDuffie. How you doing? Appreciate you watching.
Yeah.
Thank you, Coach.
Awesome.
Talk to you the next month or 2 whenever Brandon has you here.
Sounds good. Appreciate you.
We're going to keep promoting and promoting and promoting women's soccer and Milligan University sports. We love it.
Go Buffs.
Go Buffs. You got it. Quick break. Next coach up. We'll be right back after this. The Tom Taylor Sports Show number 2116. They said it wouldn't work. 2,116th show today from Milligan University, the land of the Buffaloes. We're talking to our buddy Dr. Eric Carter from Lingerfeld Drug Center, one of our proud sponsors of the show and Cyclone Sports. A lot of pharmacies out there, a lot of drugstores out there. Why, in your humble opinion, should we come and trade at Lingerfeld Drug Center?
Yes, I think our customers are our family. We treat people how I'd want my family to be treated. And that's, we can come in after hours for you if you need or deliver to you. I think we just go the extra mile. A lot of times at a big chain or something, if you need a refill and it's out of refills, it's too bad. But we'll call the doctor, send them messages, and keep bothering them until they get them sent in to us. So we want to do everything we can to make sure our customers have their medicine and are happy.
Customer service, folks. Again, Lingerfeld Drug Center down here beside Carter County Bank in downtown Elizabethton. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
After a long, hard day at work, all you want to do is relax at home, right? But how can you possibly relax when your home's not comfortable? If you want to feel more comfortable at home, give Advanced Heat Pump Systems a call today. With over 30 years of experience and the most innovative solutions, you can rest assured that Advanced Heat Pump Systems will make your home more comfortable. Give them a call today, 926-2665, or visit them online at advancedheatpump.com.
Back on the Tom Dooley Sports. Hello, Frank Walters. How you doing? We are live in Milligan University promoting the Milligan University Buffalo Athletics. We'll be out here this year we're going to do 9 volleyballs, a bunch of basketball. Haven't got to baseball and softball yet. I don't know how you do a disc golf. I would if I could. I don't know how that works, but Coach Tim Barr's here from South Rebel, Colonial Heights, born and raised here locally, and so he's the coach for the 4th year of disc golf here in Milligan. And we were talking off here, it's the 2nd fastest growing sport, is that right?
Last I heard, pickleball was number 1 and disc golf was in the top 5 for sure.
That's awesome. So how do you recruit? I mean, are there, I'm going to ask probably some dumb questions, but are there high schools out there playing disc golf right now? How do you find the people?
Not yet, but we are trying to get our local high schools to form clubs. We don't want to create an actual sport, because there's money involved and stuff like that. We just want to get the kids together that like to play. Get them together maybe once a month. We all get all the teams together, let them play out at Wing Deer or Warriors Path, and just, try to gain a feeder program, for lack of a better term.
So this is your 4th year?
Yeah, I hired on in February 2020.
So tell me about last year. How'd last year go?
Last year went great. We had our best finish to date. My best player on the men's side, Ben Wagner, he was one good approach shot away from tying for first in Division I and would have gone to a playoff.
Really?
Yeah, but his approach shot hit a tree limb, knocked him down, he missed the putt, and so he ended up, the next putt he missed it as well, but it was more of a malfunction. The baskets are not perfect. They're not like a hole in the ground. They're chains hanging from the cage, and sometimes they can get in like they're going to stay in, but they'll find a way to wiggle out, and that's what happened to him.
One stroke away from going to the Nationals.
He would have been in a playoff for first. For first place, and I think he would have won.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a really good player. He came to me from Aurora, Illinois. And
how many are on the team?
Currently have 16 on scholarship, 1 female, and 20 players on the team. I've got a swimmer and ladies volleyball and a soccer player that have been on the team. They can't spend as much time with the team, obviously, because they have their main sport. But they when they can, they play, and they're good additions.
They're having, by the way, over here a shoot-off competition. Hello, Doug Henshaw. Hello to Buddy Street. So then they're playing once against each other, and now they're heading off to, I don't know where they're coming out here in the middle of the floor and have some kind of instruction. We're at Milligan. The basketball camp's going on, the kids' camp. Got over 100 campers here. So as I said at the outset of the show, you're going to hear dribbling basketballs and squeaking tennis shoes, and that's okay, because that means there's kids out here and there's excitement and intensity. So your schedule, how many are you allowed to play, and who are some of the teams you play?
Well, we have, so the way it's currently set up, ladies play on teams of 2, men play on teams of 4, but they also have a singles component, where they play a round of singles and then they play a round of team. And the team format is a little different. Golfers would know it as best ball or maybe best shot. You divide your men's teams into 2 teams of 2, and 2 fellows will tee off on the even numbered holes, and the other guys will tee off on odd numbered holes, and then they alternate back and forth as to who throws the next shot, and they pick the best one and go from there. So the team format's really fun, really scoring heavy. They get a lot of birdies. Singles is where everything is, though. The singles competition, they take all 4 players and they play a round of singles, and then they take their scores and average them, and that's their team score.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Where do you guys practice at?
We practice here on campus. We've got a 9-hole course, and we're fixing to develop an 18-hole course on the new property that's been purchased next door. And then we also have Wing Deer, which is 10 minutes away. Warriors Path, 25 minutes away. Harmon Hills is our best course. It's a private course in Fall Branch, and we part of our practices go on there because it's the best course locally, and it's got the most challenge. And we want to make them good players. We don't want to just candy coat it, and we want to make them the best we can.
Love that. Just don't want to candy coat it. That's great. We're talking to Coach Barr, the disc golf coach here at Milligan University. So, who are some of the kids? Throw out some names of some of these kids that are on the team.
Ben Wagner, as I mentioned. Lily Marr, she's out of Maryland. She's our best female player. Grace Sanderson plays volleyball for us, and she's our other female player. Together, they have really done well. They finished 4th last year in the team, and Lily made the finals, which put her at 9th in the nation. Grace just missed the finals by a couple of strokes. Max Kitchings is local from Kingsport. He's on our. He was last year on our top team. Ethan Bishop, Ethan Reeb, Aaron Walker. Ethan and Aaron, Reeb and Walker, I went to Junior Worlds last year and recruited them. Ethan's out of Oregon, and Aaron is out of Idaho. And Aaron's family has since moved here. They like it so much.
Really?
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, we've got a lot of good players.
That is awesome. So when do they report and when do you start practice?
We start practice as soon as they get to campus, and I believe the first day of class is either August 25th or 26th, right in that time zone. We'll have them over to my house for a cookout, just hey, how you doing, get back together, and then we'll start practicing. Typically we practice in the afternoons around 4 o'clock when most of them are done with classes. And then if we have an event on the weekend, a local event or a college event, then we do that. If there's nothing going on, then we'll try to go to one of our local courses and play some simulated tournament rounds.
So can the general public come out and watch it?
Absolutely, yeah, anytime. Most of the courses are free to play. Harmon Hills has a small fee, it's private, so keeping the grass mowed costs money. They charge $10 a day, which is really, really fair.
You call it a game or a match?
Really just call it, just a disc golf game.
Disc golf game.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I'm learning about this. I didn't realize.
It's a lot of fun.
The popularity is, really, really neat. So how do you, are the little kids starting? I know these junior Cyclones and junior this, junior that. Do you have little people playing disc golf?
We do. Locally, we don't have a lot, but we are gaining popularity with the younger kids. When I went to Tulsa for Junior Worlds, they were age 8 and up, and they were out there having a ball. It was so much fun to watch because there's no pressure, there's no intensity with them. They just want to play and have fun, and to watch them play was really refreshing.
So I'm sure, I've never played it, so I'm thinking disc golf, it's probably pretty nerve-wracking because it's just like playing golf or any other sport.
It can be, absolutely. You put, all the pressure is on yourself. It's all mental. You've heard people talk about golf. It's all between your ears. Once you start playing disc golf at a semi-decent level, it's all how you react to the situation. Can you handle adversity? Can you handle making a bad mistake?
We're talking to disc golf coach here at Milligan, Tim Barr. We are broadcasting live again. The camp's here, so you hear the kids in the background. They're playing now, doing a competition. The yellow shirts against the white shirts. They're playing hoops in all 3 courts, running full court. So do you tee off? Is that what you call them when you start?
Yeah. So each hole has a tee pad,
right?
And it can be either concrete or AstroTurf or just dirt. 2 flags on the ground sometimes, depending on the course you go to. And then you're trying to complete the hole in the fewest number of strokes. It's the same exact game as golf. Terminology is almost identical. The only difference being the mechanism.
So what is a typical hole? 300 some yards?
It depends. They go from 150 foot to 700, 800, 900 feet. Of course, that will be a par 3 versus a par 5.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Where do we find out more? Is there a social media for Milligan Disc Golf?
Milligan Buffalo Disc Golf on Instagram. That's where we keep most of our stuff. They're working on a webpage for us here at the school. And if you wanted to just follow the Northeast Tennessee Disc Golf page on Facebook is where 90% of our local events and players kind of get together and schedule rounds and tournaments are advertised and stuff like that.
So in closing here, I'm thinking in my brain, virtually any kid, girl or guy, can play disc golf. It's really open to just about anybody, isn't it?
It is, absolutely. We've got players. I got a really good story if you've got time. I hosted a tournament in Blacksburg, Virginia 2 weeks ago. My 3 guys that went out the earliest were all in the 70-year-old category. And I had put water coolers out on the course. So when they get to the 5th hole, one of them calls me and he's like, "Hey, a black bear just knocked over one of your water coolers." I never saw the bear, but they did. But that just shows you they're 70 years old and out there having a ball. And not on a very easy course, just a very strenuous mountainous course. But they love it. And the kids at the other end of the spectrum, like these out here, they get started early. I didn't get started till I was out of high school. They get a lot better head start on the game.
So the startup cost,
A couple of discs.
not much, is there? A couple
No,
of discs?
you can do it for less than $40. You can go out and play with one disc if you want to. I would prefer you had the right kind of disc because they're all different,
Right.
and they all fly differently. And there's a whole, we could talk about that for hours. But having the right disc in your hand can make the experience a lot more enjoyable.
So you can basically start for less than $50, go out and start playing disc golf.
Easily.
Yeah,
Easily.
that's awesome. I'm intrigued. I want to come watch a match or a game or whatever you call it. I want to come watch.
We have a local store. It's on Fort Henry Drive. If you know where the old Church and Kilby Lumber Company used to be, it's right
Yep.
across the highway in that little shopping center.
Know exactly
It's
what
called
it's at.
Throwmore Disc Golf Store.
I pass it all the time.
They also sell pickleball. And so if you need pickleball stuff, you need disc golf, they keep it on the TV constantly in there. So you can come in and shop around, check out what's on the TV. It's a great place to hang out.
That's the old Kingsport Highway.
Yep.
Right across from the old church in Kilby. The name of the store is
Throwmore Disc Golf Store.
Throwmore Disc Golf. Interesting. You got 16 kids on scholarship, 20 total, and one lady playing disc golf at Milligan University.
Well, we've got two.
Two
Yeah.
ladies.
Yeah.
So
We
now
need more ladies, though.
So what's the ultimate goal? You have a
Win a
playoff,
national title.
right?
Yeah, we were close last year. I mean, Ben was that close to being in a playoff to win it all. And I've got him for 2 more years. He's coming back for his Masters. So, I mean, I think he's got a real shot.
Where did they play in the national? Where'd you guys go? To play
They do
them?
that on the campus at Winthrop University in Rock Hill, South Carolina, and 2 courses there in Rock Hill also. So it's a really great venue for it. The worldwide sanctioning body is in charge of it, and a huge disc manufacturer called Innova Champion Discs. They host it. I sit on the council, College Disc Golf Council, so I have a little bit of an in, when it comes
Leeway.
to it. Yeah.
Yeah. This is awesome, man. Hello, Ann Lee. Hello, Becky Urban in Kingsport. We're talking to Coach Tim Barr, the disc golf coach here at Milligan University. We're showcasing some of the coaches here. We do this once a month, and so first game is when?
Our first tournament's coming up in September. The date hasn't been scheduled yet, but we know it's in September. College disc golf's a little like the Old West right now. It's not been going for very long, maybe 6 to 10 years, and every year it seems to get bigger and bigger, so which brings about more change. Anytime your schedule gets more crowded, then there's more things you have to deal with. They're currently sending out the qualifier bids to the different, areas that are going to host a qualifier. You have to qualify to go to nationals. You have to play in a
awesome.
conference event, a regional event.
That is awesome. How many teams in our conference?
Well, the conference is small right now. There's only 3 that I know, like Johnson and Pellissippi State and us, but it's growing because it's getting more and more popular. The bigger schools, Auburn, Ohio State, Michigan, they all have disc golf teams.
Oh, do they really?
Oh yeah, but they're nowhere near as supported by their school as we are here. I heard one of the Auburn players tell me that the school wouldn't even let them use their logos, that they had to make their own logos up. And it's,
Wow.
it's the difference between a big school and a smaller school like we have here.
That's something, moms and dads out there, you're trying to find your kid to get into a niche, get into something, consider disc golf. Pretty cool. $50 and you're ready to roll, or thereabouts.
Oh, 20. You could play for 20.
$20.
Yeah.
All right. I want to get your schedule. I'll get it from Brandon. I want to stay on top of this. I want to come watch you guys.
We will be hosting a conference event out at Harmon Hills, the private course in Fall Branch. I'd love to have you out there. It would be so cool to have
Oh,
you.
yeah.
I
want to do that.
Yeah, it would be so
I
much
can
fun.
work in my schedule.
And
but
you
it's-
would really be surprised at how, everybody thinks about disc golf as just an old hippie sport, but it's not anymore. It is literally as athletic as anything. When you watch these kids throw as far as they can throw, it's really surprising.
Well, I'm an old hippie, so that's good. That's awesome. I want to do that. Thank you. This is awesome. So this is why I come. We've already talked to the girls soccer coach, Coach Newberry. Now here's Coach Barr, the disc golf coach here at Milligan University. Man, thanks.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Love it, love it, love it. Quick break. We'll be right back. We've got more. Take a look at Major League Baseball next, and also hear from Josh Heupel, head football coach of the Tennessee Volunteers, coming up. He's going to talk about his defensive secondary coming out of the break. A lot of folks say that's going to be the problem area for Tennessee football. He'll tell you all about it next year on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
This is Pastor Mark Fowler, and we want to invite you to be with us at Pleasant Beach Baptist Church sometime soon. And we're thankful for what God is doing, and we've had visitors almost every week. We have so many people that God is using His Word to accomplish a work in their life. And we want you to come. Now, I think about our society today, and there's a lot of talk about the negative aspects and generations and what's missing and what we're going to do and how do we face this social issue and how do we face that social issue. And that is always the buzz. And if we're not careful, we talk like God doesn't have an answer. 2 Timothy chapter 3 we looked at the other night together in our church, and it reminds us that yes, in the last days there's going to be some difficult things come, dangerous times, but the antidote is always God's Word. And so what we're trying to do is to provide Bible answers for today's tough questions. And we're building Believers by the Book. So we want your family to come. We're thankful to have a Sunday school hour and a junior church and master clubs and a youth group and all those things going on. But what we're trying to accomplish is to get the Word of God into the hearts and minds of God's people.
Really easy way to feed a family or a bunch of people. We start them off at 4. Dream pack for 4 runs $32.99, gives you a pound of meat. You can do pulled pork or pulled chicken, either one at that price. 3 sides, it's a pint each, so it's a 4-ounce serving of meat, 4-ounce serving of 3 different sides. Gives you a really good meal that'll fill you up. It's not something that you eat and you're hungry later, an hour later. I'm going to include your buns, your barbecue sauce. Instead of picking up a pizza, come by here, pick up a Dream Pack. Your family will thank you. And if you need it for more people, the breakdown on it's $8.25 a person. 12 people, for instance, is $99. You'll see that advertising out from us in a lot of different places. Feed 12 people for $99. That gives you 2 pounds of meat, 1.5 quarts of each side. Still gives you the bun, still the barbecue sauce. Really, really popular. I had a group at Eastman just order a 16 for Wednesday. So you call us ahead. We can do as many people as you want. We do 100 people, 200 people. We'll put those in pans for you, or as few as 4. So an even number, however many you want. $8.25 a person. You can't beat it.
Cannot beat it, folks. Again, here at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. The phone number is 349-6437. Hours are open
11 to 7, Tuesday through Saturday. We take Sunday and Monday off, but we're here the rest of the week.
Social media?
Social media on Facebook. Maybe Instagram later if one of my kids shows me how to use it, but right now it's on Facebook. That's where people watch you, so we'll figure they've got it here.
And the website is?
Website is philsdreampit.com.
You got it.
I see a familiar face here. Looks like he's ready to talk to you.
He is.
That's
our buddy Jeff.
Going to talk some NASCAR, I'm betting.
That's our buddy Brian Pipkin, the owner of Phil's Dream Pit. One of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, Taria Helms and Linda Cook. Thank you all. Some of the folks watching the show, Brenda Wampler. Thank you. Ann Lee, Becky Irvin, Bud Street. Hello, sir. Doug Henshaw, Frank Walters, Nathan McDuffie. We're live here in Milligan. We're going to be joined by Kaylee Hendrickson coming up in a few minutes. She's the lady who's going to be helping crank out the product, the sports and media. I can't remember her official title. She'll join us here in a minute. Well, Steve Kerr's called out the men's Olympic basketball team. It starts this weekend, of course, the Olympics, and he said, you know what? We're dogging it. We got to crank it up. He called them out last night. Thought that was interesting. These are the pros, folks. After games on 3 continents and a whirlwind of ceremonies, Team USA's finally arrived in Paris for the Olympics. Steve Kerr says it's time to act like it. He's shown film. He's been all over. He's chewed these guys out up one side and down the other. I don't know how much they'll take because they're pros, but he's wearing them out. He said we're being outplayed, been out-hustled. We don't have enough energy. We're going to get our clocks cleaned if we don't get it going. Pretty much called them out. I love it. Americans began their preparation for Serbia. That's the team. You know why that's the team? Because the big dog's on there from the Denver Nuggets. And so Nikola Jovic. And so Serbia is the team to win. The team to give them a threat to keep them from winning the gold medal. Tomorrow, special day, the players visit the Olympic Village to spend time with the fellow Americans. Will start playing this weekend. And so Steve Kerr says, we got to crank it up, guys. We're dogging it. I love it. Called them out. Pro players called them out. Good stuff. So Kaylee played. She knows what it means to get called out. Got to crank it up. She's going to join us here in a minute. Lamar Jackson. They spent a boatload of money on this guy for the Baltimore Ravens. Was out on the field about an hour with his training camp debut and he got sick. and had to leave practice. So the Ravens have had to deal with this virtually every season. He's always missing at least 1 or 2 or 3 days because he's sick. Now, he was late getting there to begin with, training camp. Missed the first 2 days, and so he's out there, and he gets sick. He's only out there for an hour, and he leaves practice. So what do you make of that? Oh, you don't want to know what I make of that, but anyway, it is what it is. Big Ten Media Days continue today. We've heard from Billy Napier. We're going to hear from Josh Heupel here in a minute. The Big Ten Media Days, Oregon's Dan Lanning is at the podium now. Actually, Minnesota's P.J. Fleck's at the podium now. At noon is Mike Locksley, head coach of the Maryland Terrapins. Then you have Washington's Jed Fish, Indiana's Kurt Signetti, and Sharon Moore, the head coach of the Michigan Wolverines, the defending national champs, will be at the podium in Indianapolis for Big Ten Media Days, and we'll pick up some of those clips next week, end of this week, next week. Is it big business? It is big business. College sports. How big is it? Ohio State's players. Listen to this. Ohio State's players last year, name, image, and likeness, around $20 million. 20 mil. Wow. So more money can be on the way thanks to the House versus NCAA settlement. They're going to have the ability to distribute approximately $20 million annually to players through a new revenue sharing initiative starting next fall. So the Ohio State Buckeyes, $20 million in name, image, and likeness. All right, quick look at Major League Baseball. Scheduled dates, travel day. Who's playing where today? San Diego and Washington. The Marlins hosting Baltimore. Detroit in Cleveland. The Rangers hosting Chicago. Tampa Bay and Toronto. The Dodgers wrapping up their series with San Francisco. You have Atlanta in New York to battle the Mets tonight. Schwellenbach for the Braves, and Senga will go for New York. And Oakland will take on the LA Angels in LA. Now tomorrow, this weekend, some really good series. The Yankees will be in Boston, the Red Sox. The Dodgers will come into Houston and play the team chasing the Mariners in the American League West. Could be a World Series preview. You never know. The other one could be a World Series preview. Cleveland will go into Philadelphia tomorrow night, open up a series against the Phillies. Atlanta's in New York the weekend to battle the Mets, who are right on the tail, a game and a half behind the Braves in the NL East. And the Reds, our other regional team, will go to Tampa Bay. So there you go. Got more about that coming up here in a few minutes. We'll take a quick break, and she's here. Ladies and gentlemen, she joins us next. Kaylee Hendrickson. Yeah, she's ready to roll right after we hear from one of our great sponsors, Advanced Heat Pump Systems, and from Josh Heupel, talking about the defensive secondary Tennessee football. All that and Kaylee Hendrickson coming up. We're live here at Milligan University promoting the Buffaloes in the Tom Douglas Sports Show.
It's important to hire a professional because you want a quality, trained, and licensed person working in your home. All of my staff are factory trained and have years of experience. With today's technology in heating and air conditioning systems, you want a trained professional working on your system. Our motivation to provide our customers with the best service is years of experience. We've been in business for 35 years, and we plan on being in business for another 35 years, so we want to make our customers happy.
Yeah, expecting those guys to play at a championship level. I love the group as far as their length, athleticism, playmaking ability, their willingness to be physical, take on, destruct blocks, tackle in open space, their care factor, their knowledge and understanding of what we're doing, how they approach, their practice every single day. I'm really excited about it. I mentioned a little bit earlier, but this is the deepest that we've been within our roster, and that affords you to have the opportunity to have great competition every single day. That's on the practice field, that's in the meeting room, but that depth becomes important as you go throughout the course of the season as well, and I'm looking forward to that group taking a real step here this fall for us.
And back with the Tom Douglas Sports Show, we're live here. Look who stopped by. She played in Unicoi County, and she played here. Now she's working here. Kaylee Hendrickson, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I
Good.
appreciate you coming by. You played basketball in Unicoi County.
I did.
You remember the days when you're a little girl, like these little girls are out here playing?
Yes, it's been, feels like not too long ago, but it's been a while at the same time. Yep, fun days.
She was a heck of a point guard for Unicoi County and for Milligan, Unicoi County rather. At what age did you pick up a basketball and start playing?
My goodness. Probably 3 or 4 years old, I started playing YMCA ball and travel ball. So really early, early.
So, being a female, obviously, what do you think about the Caitlin Clark and the Angel Reese and the WNBA and getting all this publicity? Like it?
Yes, I'm for it. I feel like women's sports in general haven't been recognized as much as they should be. So I like what they're doing for that side of sports, you know, being recognized and growing a publicity viewings, and yeah, so I'm here for it.
Absolutely. Caitlin Clark's never happened before. She had her picture on the hood of one of the NASCAR cars last weekend in Indianapolis. So
Cool,
it's,
yeah.
oh gosh, now I can't remember what they were endorsing. It was something three-peat something. Anyway, she had her picture on the hood of a car, NASCAR, which has never happened. So
Right.
it's really neat. And we're excited about it too for the ladies. And so now all these little girls can look up to an Angel Reese or a Caitlin Clark and say, I want to be like her.
Right.
And I think it's really neat.
Yes, I agree.
Your playing days in Milligan. Give me some memories of you playing. What was a big game, big moment, big memory for you?
Goodness. Honestly, a lot of the games were big games and big moments. We'd suck one as they came around on our schedule, but there were so many games. Bryan was always a heavy one. Reinhardt, CIU on the road. All of our road games were difficult and tough, but honestly, I mean, it was fun days. I enjoyed it and I miss them, but yeah.
Is there any particular game where you were on and you were always remember, man, I lit them up?
I would say playing at home against Point and playing at home against Montreat my senior year. Yes, those were
Awesome.
pretty good games.
We're live here at Milligan University again, where you hear the basketball, the bouncing basketballs and the squeaking shoes. Tells you obviously we're in the middle of the camp this week. And again, as I said, I've had a daughter and 2 granddaughters come through here. And the last one, London, who's playing Elizabeth now, she'll give you credit for this camp. I got to tell the story. She said, don't tell them. I tell this every time. She was in 1st grade. They don't lower the baskets here. You start on Monday. She did not make a shot till Friday. She shot every day. I felt I was here doing my show. I felt so sorry for her. I thought, I want to lift her up and put it in. She kept hitting the bottom of the net. And I thought, most kids would quit. And to her crowd, I'll never forget this. She was actually on a Thursday. On Thursday, sitting right here, she made her first shot. Her little legs started shaking, and she was jumping up and down. I'll never forget that as long as I live. And so she came over to me. She had a big tear in her eyes. She said, Granddad, I can do it. I said, you can do it. She didn't quit. That's what it takes. So, yeah, I'm bragging on my granddaughter, but that's what it takes. And you know that.
It does, yes.
A lot of adversity, a lot of setbacks, and it's not how you handle the wins, it's how you handle the losses, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
very much so.
So she's moved on from basketball as far as a player, and now she's here. Tell us about your new title you're in.
Yeah, so my title is Creative Content and Visual Media Director for Athletics. So I will be over streaming and kind of like the visual media side of all athletics. So I'm super excited. I went to school for graphic design, so kind of implementing that in the sports world. That's where I've always wanted to be, and no better place than here back at Milligan.
So she's the one I'm going to be working with. So we're going to be working together because I'm going to be streaming 9 volleyball games. We haven't got the basketball schedule finalized yet, but over and above Elizabeth and what we're doing with the Cyclones and Tia Duggar, we're going to be over here doing Milligan too, and we're very excited about that. Easy transition from the wardrobe. Both are orange and black, but we're very excited. And so the streaming, when I started this show back 8 years ago, everybody laughed and said, you're going to stream a sports show and live stream? Nobody does that. Everybody does that now. And I'm not taking credit for that, but I'm just saying I kind of saw what was coming. And so everybody streams now. Every pro team, every sports team. And that's the way to go now, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
So we're going to do it here at Milligan. Have been doing it, but with Kaylee's help, we're going to kick it up a notch. So our first volleyball is September the 21st, and so we're very excited about working with her and Brendan. Are both new. And And Christian Pope is very excited about all this, and so it's a chance to put that product. Hello, Coach. How you doing? It's a chance to put the product out there literally around the world. We got people right now watching in Florida, watching in Ohio. They're watching them, talking to Kaylee and I are talking about Milligan athletics. So what's some of the goals? What's some of the aspirations you have in your new job?
Yeah, definitely including the student athletes more in the way that we run things, kind of hearing their story, why they chose Milligan, kind of their background, implementing coaches. I feel like coaches aren't recognized as much.
Amen.
So kind of hearing their story and how their love for Milligan and the sport at which they coach. Yeah, those are just a few ideas. So
we've had Coach Newberry today. We've had Coach Barr, disc golf coach. I've never met him before, promoting the disc golf. So once the kids get in here, the student athletes next month, we're going to start putting, Brendan's going to line up, and probably somebody's going to line up more student athletes come in and talk to us. So it's really cool. So why did you choose? Now, you came from Unicoi County. You were an outstanding basketball player. What made you choose to come to Milligan?
Yeah, so not just my athletic background, but obviously I'm a Christian. My whole life has been revolved around my faith, so I love the atmosphere here at Milligan, what they do, their Christian background. That was mainly what sold me, so yeah.
We don't apologize for that.
Yeah, not at all.
No, we're not backing down. We don't need to. Hello, Ronnie and Judy Caldwell, Kim Walters, Philip Hobson watching. So, by the way, I haven't done this yet. We always dedicate our show every day to the man who hung on the cross. It's his show. It's his world. We're just passing through it. If you don't think so, you're wrong. He controls our heartbeats. He controls our steps. He controls everything, doesn't he?
Amen to that.
You want to read this? You want me to read it? You want to read it?
Sure.
John 20, 30 and 31 is the verse today, and it says,
Jesus did many other miraculous signs in the presence of his disciples, which are not recorded in this book, 31. But these are written that you may believe that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of God, and that by believing you may have life in his name.
There you go. That's today's verse. I'll repeat it. Jesus did many other miraculous signs in the presence of his disciples, which are not recorded in this book, the book of John, and in the book itself, the Bible. Verse 31 says, but these are written that you may believe that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of God, and that by believing you may have life in his name. I got my bell down in the bag, didn't get my bell out. I go, bing! I hit the bell because it's true. So we're very excited to work with Kaylee Hendrickson. I'm jacked up. So I just gave him the schedule. So I think our first one's September the 21st. Got a doubleheader volleyball with St. Andrews and Lees McRae. So we're looking forward to working with you, young lady.
Yeah, thank you. Look forward to it as well.
Oh, she's a class act. She said, I'm a Christian. I loved it. Gave me goosebumps. Yep. We are. We don't apologize for that. Quick break. We'll be right back after this from the Jewelers Bench on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're talking to Sherry Holtzclaw, one of our great sponsors, the Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. A lot of jewelry stores out there. Why the Jewelers Bench?
So everything is done in-house. Nothing gets sent out. We do ring sizing, necklace repairs, replace stones, shorten bracelets, necklaces. We repair silver jewelry. There's not a lot of jewelry stores that will repair silver jewelry. So we're one of the ones that do. Occasionally watches, we do some watch repair. Some of it we do have to send that out occasionally, but I'll let you know when I do, so it doesn't go out without you knowing about it.
Watch batteries. They replace a lot of watch batteries. Again,
every day.
Yes. John Holtzclaw is one of the few jewelry repair people in the area. There's not many of them left, so they do jewelry repair here. Remember that. They ship all over the country. The website is
jewelersbench10.com.
The hours you're open are
Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, and then Saturday, 9:30 to 2.
All right. And social media, where do we find you?
Facebook and Instagram.
And the phone number is?
423-542-5600.
Be loyal, buy local. It's a mom and pop store. Been here for a long time here in Elizabethton, serving not just Elizabethton, but the entire Tri-Cities and really anywhere in the country. The Jewelers Bench, proud sponsor of the Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Look who stopped by. Not anymore, we call her Rena. She used to get called Reba, but it's Rena. How you doing, lady?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing great. One of my favorite people in the whole wide world. She gave us lots of memories, great memories of Elizabethton basketball. Now she's a Milligan Lady Buff. She got hurt back in the spring. You're back 100%?
I sure am. Yep.
Ready to roll. Been working out. She's one of the counselors here. So what's it like to come full circle as a little girl playing the game and now as a young lady coaching, and of course still playing for Milligan, but now you're a counselor and coaching these kids?
It really is full circle, and sometimes I'll just sit back and think about being a little girl, because I used to come to camp here too when I was these kids' age, and looking up to the counselors and what did I want to see in a counselor that would make me, look up to them and want to be able to talk to them. And it's just, it's like, wow, God, like, wow, because without him I wouldn't be here, and
Amen.
without the blessings he's given me with even the opportunity to play basketball in college, so I'm just forever grateful. And
You could be the one that sparked London was Tyler Nichols. He didn't know that at the time, but he was a player. Now he's graduated, moved on in life. So you don't know how many of these kids over here, you may be the spark, the encouragement to flip the switch and go, okay, they can look back someday and say, Rena Lane's the one that got me going at basketball camp in Milligan. So you just never know. And you've had that kind of input on these kids this week. What kind of things, you work on different stations?
we do, yeah. I run the footwork station, so I've been getting them to do like ladder, and we did some line jumps today. So they didn't really like the line jumps, but
No, it's the little things you do to make you the better player
Yep.
too. You don't think the line jumps will help, but they do. Used to do it all the time, Elizabethton, didn't you?
sure do, still do 'em.
Yep, they still do. So, what's the story on the season coming up this year with the Lady Buffs? You excited?
I am so excited. I'm ready to get started. We start soon. School starts in about a month, so we'll start with 6 a.m.s, and then we'll get preparing for the season, and I can't wait.
What are you majoring in?
Exercise science.
Exercise science. When you graduate, what's that degree going to allow you to do?
I'm hoping to either be a coach somewhere or maybe do sports psychology.
There you go. Then last but not least, I always like to talk to her about her faith because it is what it is, and she makes no bones about that. So how does your faith work into Milligan and your day-to-day walk?
Being at Milligan has been such a blessing, not just because I get to play basketball, but I get to go to a Christian university, and I've never once felt like my faith was being judged or tested or anything here. And it's just so nice because everyone here, they'll freely speak about God, and it's just so nice to have friends that are willing to, sit down and have a Bible study with you, or a team that has devotions with you before each game. And when I was at Elizabethton, we did that too. We prayed, and it just coming straight into college and being able to do that too, it's just been such a blessing to me.
There you go. I know they're waiting on you, better go. But I do appreciate you stopping by.
Thanks, Tom.
Look, no, she's a jewel. She's a class act. Appreciate her very, very much.
Thanks, Tom.
You got her. Her mom, Shawn, and her daddy, Arnold. In fact, her daddy's the one that trims my beard. He's the beard man, the beard maestro. Quick break. We'll be right back. He's a full-time barber, by the way. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We got more for you. We're live at Milligan University. It's quiet now. It's lunchtime here. They're all heading up to the cafeteria, to the dorm to have lunch. A little quiet right now. We got Bill Robinson coming in a few minutes, head basketball coach for the Milligan men's team. Brendan's got some more folks coming up. We're live here again at Milligan University. Tomorrow we'll be ready to go. We'll be live at Food City on a Food City Friday. Tomorrow morning it's Media Day. Elizabethton Cyclone Media Day tomorrow. We'll have that for you. Then tomorrow night we'll be riding the golf cart with Lisa Baker in the Friday Night Lights Road Race, the 5K fundraiser. They'll start at T.A. Duggar here in Elizabethton, the middle school, and run through the neighborhood and finish back at T.A. Duggar. So that's the annual fundraising event for Cyclone football. That'll be tomorrow night as well. So we got a full day tomorrow, Media Day, then a show at Food City, and then the Friday Night Lights tomorrow night here in Elizabethton Tri-Cities. Quick break, back after this from Northeast Community Credit Union on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Community Credit Union, one of our great sponsors. Christmas Club Savings Account for next year. Tell me about it.
Yes, let's talk about it, because now you're going to have 12 months to do this. What better time than right now to open your Christmas Club savings? There's no cost on this. This is just something that we can help you transfer automatic funds, either weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, out of your check. So that way you won't even have to worry about it. And each time that you have that transferred, either you can do it yourself or deposit into this account, or we can have automatic draft set up. That's just convenient for you. And like I said, it's just another sub account to your savings and checking at Northeast Community Credit Union. So if you have any questions, visit bemycu.org or come in and see us at one of our convenient locations or call 423-547-1200.
And you cut checks when? Next year? October, November? So when you get your checks?
Yes.
Save it up all year?
Yeah, so direct deposit could be your monthly paycheck.
Okay.
And so you can allocate a percentage of that paycheck into the Christmas Club. And that way, when you get to October, November, it's going to be built up. And so it's a great feature, and people love it.
The Christmas Club Savings Account for Christmas 2024?
Yes.
From Northeast Community Credit Union, one of our great sponsors of the Tom Douglas Sports Show and Cyclone Sports.
So I stopped in at Chick-fil-A for lunch and saw Officer Wilson come in. I decided to place a dine-in mobile order and have a cookie delivered to him just to show appreciation for his service for our community.
A few minutes later, I noticed that Officer Wilson had gotten up and left, and I knew he hadn't gotten his cookie yet.
And I'm headed to my car. I turn around and I see Allie, and she's running after me.
Mr. Police Officer, Mr. Police Officer.
Usually when someone yells, officer, officer, they want to ask me about a ticket they got. I absolutely wanted the cookie. This cookie's delicious.
Back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show again. Hello, Jimmy Stout down in Georgia. How you doing, sir? All right, let's take a look at a couple of things, and we got Coach Robinson coming here in a minute. The Rose Bowl says they went out of the college football playoff. Now, I'm not real sure about it. I don't get this. Not sure why they went out. They're seeking to get out of the college football playoff semifinal rotation starting next year. If bowl officials are successful, the granddaddy of all, as they call it, will permanently move to its traditional New Year's Day date. Not sure why you want out of it. I would think you'd want to be in that cluster of semifinal bowl games, but they don't. This is not their first chance or attempt to get out. They've tried it before. So with the new 12-team playoff starting this year, 4 New Year's 6 bowls will host the quarterfinals on December 31st and New Year's Day. The other 2 bowls will play host to the semifinals the following week. The Rose Bowl is scheduled to be a quarterfinal matchup for the next 2 years. So maybe they want a bigger, I guess I'm sure that's what it is. They want a bigger piece of the pie, I guess. So, but they want out. And I guess they're putting pressure on the CFP to say, we want to be a semifinal bowl. I guess because they're a quarterfinal bowl, and I don't know. I guess to me, you're kind of splitting hairs. I don't know. So, hello, Jesse Harden. How you doing? We did this yesterday. Let's do it again for you today. When does school start around here? Next Friday. Way too soon. When I was a kid, it was Labor Day, Memorial Day. Excuse me. So, next Friday, Bristol City, Greenville City, and Greene County schools start next Friday. They didn't ask me, and I get that. And they don't care what I think. Then you have, starting on Monday of next week, or week after next, I should say, Monday, Washington County, Johnson City, Sullivan County, Hawkins County, Rogersville City, and Johnson County. Monday or Tuesday, the August the 6th, a week from Tuesday, will be Elizabethton City. And then you have on the 8th, Carter County School starting on the 8th. Unicoi County starts on the 12th. So we start anywhere from August the 2nd on that Friday. Yep. School starts next Friday, too early for me. Labor Day, Memorial Day, old West Virginia boy. Greenville, Greene County, and Bristol City starts next Friday. Next Monday, let's run them down for you again. Washington County, Johnson City, Sullivan County, Hawkins County, Rogersville City, and Johnson County all start next Monday, or Monday on the 5th. Elizabethton starts half day on Tuesday the 6th. And then on the 8th, there'll be Carter County Schools first day. And Unicoi County's first day is on August the 12th. So there you go. Now, we go down the high school schedule. We'll do that again here in a minute. Coach Whitten's here. Hello, Lisa Baker. Our flag football coach. I just met Tim Barr. I learned about disc golf, which I thought was really cool. I didn't know anything about it. And I'm learning about flag football. And this man's turned the program around from year 1 to year 2. Ryan Whitten's here. He's going to join us in a second. Let's run down August 31st, opening day of college football. We're going to hear from Billy Napier coming up here in a second, too. As we promised, we've got the different SEC coaches on the show. We'll hear from them, and so we're going to hear about the 12-team playoff. What does Billy Napier, the head football coach of the Florida Gators, think about that? Here's opening day for the SEC teams. That's kind of our schools. That's kind of our conference because it's the best. I like being associated with the best. Here come the kids back from lunch. I love it. They're wide open. I love it. Alabama will play Western Kentucky. Arkansas will have University of Arkansas Pine Bluff. Auburn opening game, Alabama A&M. Florida opens up with the Miami Hurricanes. Easily the toughest schedule in the country. These guys, man, it's like murderer's row the last 5 weeks. Florida's got Georgia. See if I can remember this. Georgia, Florida State, LSU, Ole Miss. I'm leaving one out somewhere. LSU. They open up with Miami of Florida. Georgia plays Clemson in Atlanta.
Georgia Tech. They always end with Georgia Tech. Georgia does.
Yeah, they do. You're right. So Florida finished up with Florida State. They got the last 5 games of the Gators. Unbelievable. And they opened up with Miami, which is a big recruiting game in Florida, obviously.
Florida State, yeah.
Georgia has Clemson and Atlanta. Kentucky's opening game will be Southern Miss at home. Ole Miss will host Furman. Mississippi State, the Bulldogs, have Eastern Kentucky. Missouri will have Murray State. Oklahoma, first dip into the pond, they'll have the Temple Owls. That's a cream puff checkbook game. South Carolina opens up with Old Dominion. Tennessee opens up with Chattanooga, who was picked the preseason favorite to win the Southern Conference. That may be a pretty good test. Texas will have Colorado State. Texas A&M will open up with Notre Dame in Texas. And the Vanderbilt Commodores have the Hokies of Virginia Tech in Nashville. Then LSU on Labor Day, on Sunday, September the 1st. All those are on the 31st. On September the 1st, LSU takes on Southern Cal, and they'll play that one in Las Vegas. So that's, I'm going to assume they're going to play at the stadium in Vegas, the home of the Raiders. So we'll see. I love it, leaning the mic. There he is, folks. He's on the screen. Look at him. He's our flag football coach in Milligan.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
Good.
Yeah.
They asked me if I've ever been on Tom Taylor show. So I've ruined a few ratings before.
We've lived on the Tom Taylor show.
Yeah, we used to ruin some ratings. I killed your ratings there for a little while.
Back in the day, Star Fitness, we told the Whitten Boy stories.
Yeah, that's right.
Dave
Ryder stories.
Dave Ryder stories.
Yeah, West Virginia.
Amen.
Yeah.
So look, you took me right down the trail I want to go down. The Dave Ryder, the Center for Athletic Performance. Family's very proud of that, aren't we?
Yeah, huge honor. Mr. Van Huss, Mr. Report, Coach Hutchins, Mr. Pless, all those guys. My granddad was the athletic director. People forget for a long time, long-time football coach. But what he did with this athletics, the sacrifices he made, he didn't win a long time in making sure the athletics ran smoothly to make it where it is today. So a long-time athlete. But we're excited for the facility. It'll be a community-wide event, with youth basketball, youth football, cheerleading, band, obviously the high school sports, middle school sports. It'll be a one of a kind of its age, and just first to get out there. And I'm sure it'll be a long list. We'll probably have to hire security to lock it down. But what a tribute to him, and an honor for Mr. Van Huss and them to name it the Dave Ryder Center. So a long time coming.
Yep, a lot of work, a lot of behind the scenes making it happen, and they're moving dirt. It started. It's awesome. Hello to Lisa Baker. Hello to James Sizemore. Hello to Jesse Arden. Hello to Jimmy Stout down in Georgia. Hello to Linda Pierce up in Ohio watching. Thank you. We're at Milligan University promoting the Milligan University Buffalo Athletics. And, of course, we've already talked to disc golf and soccer. Patty's coming in a few minutes. Patty, P-A-D-D-Y, is a coach of the national runner-up in soccer. Got beat 2-1 last year in the national championship. And so a turnaround program, no question, is flag football. And this man right here to my left's got it turned around and pointed in the right direction. So how many wins you guys have last year?
We went 10 and 12.
Yeah.
10 and 12, yeah.
That was an improvement from the year before.
Yeah, it was not good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it wasn't good. Yeah, the year before wasn't good. The year before in 2022, we didn't play. 23 didn't play, and in 22 they only had a couple of wins.
Yeah.
You know, or one win I think, and then not good. So we just that's the cool thing about Mr. Pope and Milligan and Dr. Greer and now they hired me, they said, hey, let's look forward and let's go get it. You know, so we don't talk about the past and nothing we can do about it. So
nope.
Moving forward, a couple of games we thought we probably could have won, lost a couple of games by 1 possessions, but for a new team and new, we had 12 freshmen, played a lot of freshmen. People, when you go to college, you got a new community, new team, new coach, new school, new home life, new Target, new Walmart, things like that people don't understand that you forget about. Like that was the key to them. And, it's probably a little bit of me, probably a little bit of you. Like we came out of the chutes on fire. We won like four of our first 5. And then about middle ground, about game 8 through about 14, the competition got tougher. I was probably grinding. School got tougher, freshman year, and a lot of youth on our team, and kind of struggled there. Kind of were stuck in the mud. But then once school ended, we finished great. We got beaten in the championship, the conference, the B bracket championship, national championship by Kansas Wesleyan. But we had a great tournament. We got to play in front of. We upset some teams. Got to play inside of Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and just that helps promote our program and our team. And it's all about anything that we just like the Cyclones. It's all about our athletes, all about what they do, and just what an honor it is to partner up with Milligan Flag and Milligan University and get to lead this program.
So you go from 2 wins, the program did, to didn't even play, and you come back last year and get 10 wins. So once you've got out there, you've got 10 wins under your belt, I would think name recognition, recruiting's going to be a little bit easier every year because of the success we're having.
Right. Yes. So we've got we got a lot of inquiries. We got our admissions team does a great job of keeping me informed and kind of telling me how to do things, and with paperwork and financial aid and everything like that. But we bumped our roster up. It went from 8 to 20. And then this year now we're up to 28. So it's a lot of depth. We got some awesome athletes. Bridget Kaiser plays quarterback. Ashton Wearley plays receiver. She had a great year. Caitlin Quinn had a great year. Chloe Jackson, she's a transfer from Mississippi State who's National Guard in the National Guard in the Army. Just multi-faction, just athletes that you didn't think that I didn't even know were out there. So just a great group of athletes that come together. They're great people. They're awesome to travel. I was worried about traveling with 20 females and on the road and these small towns, but they were great. They treated me like gold, and I couldn't ask for a better group. So you got an awesome group coming in this year, and we're excited.
So you think about it. You take a kid. In fact, we had the soccer coach said you got a girl player of the year from California.
Right.
Comes to Milligan. So you got a lady that's transferred from Mississippi State to come play flag football at Milligan. What a compliment to Milligan.
Yeah, it's awesome. So we got 20 last year we had 20 athletes from 9 different states. New York, Philadelphia, Florida, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Kentucky, North Carolina, Georgia. We got a big majority in Georgia, Las Vegas. So this year we're adding to it. We had an athlete, Lexi Kyle from Alaska, another athlete, Tatiana Bueno from Vegas, a couple more from Florida, Alexa Johnson from Ohio. So her grandmother was Pat Summitt's strength coach, which was unique for us, So I mean, when I didn't even know this was going on over here at Milligan. I kind of know what's everything going on in Elizabeth football, but that's what was awesome about when they came to me and asked me if I would take over the program. We went down and did some research, and wow, what an opportunity it's been.
We're here during the basketball camp, obviously. You hear the horn going off. They're playing games here, so it's the Milligan Kids Camp. You hear the bouncing balls and the squeaking shoes, and we love it. So for folks out there who don't know, and I'm learning the sport too, I'll give them a selfish plug, walk into Kickback Jacks the other day. I sit down and get something to eat and look up, and 4 screens are showing flag football. It was the 2 teams out of Texas, I can't remember their names. They showed a bracket. There's a tournament going on of sorts, playoffs. But the point is, 2 years ago, you'd never seen flag football on the national television, nor the WNBA. So women's sports are going up. So flag football, for folks out there who have no clue, kind of give us an overview. How big is the field? How do you play it? Kind of give us the bells and whistles.
Yeah, so it's a 100-yard field. So that's the great thing about flag football is most of these schools, these universities, they already have the field, you know, so everybody has tackle. So you shorten the field, and then there's take the end zones down, and then it's 7 versus 7 or 5 versus 5. So it's going to be in the Olympics in 2028 in LA. The NFL is pushing hard for NFL, for flag, for women. You know, every sport that we can name of, whether it's women's golf and men's golf, has a Title IX to it. Well, football didn't. So the NFL's like, hey, you know, they're the brains behind this thing. How can we get more eyes to the television? How can we push our game? Because it is a great game. Flag football, tackle football, it doesn't matter. It still teaches you, hey, when I get knocked down, I got to get back up. Angles, teamwork, dedication, commitment, consistency, growth, all the things that you've heard us say for 100 years in the orange and black, and we're taking it to flag football. So, you know, it gives you know, like my mom, she grew up, her dad was a high school football coach. What an opportunity she would have loved to have played flag football. There was no opportunity for her to do that. I can't tell you how many people I see on a daily basis say, oh, coach, I wish I would have had flag football for the opportunity to play. Basketball players, soccer players, cheerleaders, you know, golf. There's just all kinds of stuff out there now for opportunity to go get an education and help it out. And Milligan's got, you know, all the teams that play flag football in the nation, Milligan's education is number one. You know, so we want our flag football to be up there as well, just like Coach does with the soccer program. We want our flag program to be right there with them.
So we're talking to Coach Whitten. We're here live again at Milligan University. So has it trickled down to the high school level yet? Is it coming on board?
Yeah, so the Titans, the Falcons, Raiders, each NFL franchise is kind of responsible for their territory. The Falcons have done an amazing job. Arthur Blank. The Raiders have done an amazing job of growing it on the West Coast. Not only got Matt Leinart, used to play for USC, quarterback for the Cardinals. He's growing it out in California. And now the Titans have gotten on board. So it got sanctioned last year. It'll be a sport in 2025. Forrest Holt, Ron Presnell, Coach Turner, Keith Turner, Science Hill, they're on board about getting it going in Elizabeth and Johnson City. So it's going to be here. Elizabeth plans on having a team in the fall, next spring. So it's going to be exciting.
Aren't you guys doing junior cyclones?
Yeah, junior cyclones got flag football. We started last year. We had a tremendous turnout. So we got junior cyclone girls flag this year. Our girls on our team, when they get back in school, they come down and coach, and it's just awesome. We always, all of us have someone we look up to, you know, whether it's coach, male mentors, female mentors. So we just want them to have an opportunity. Hey, look at me. Hey, I'm getting to play college football at an elite level. Hey, my dream can come true too.
Are the girls come here? Are they scholarship?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we get scholarships here too. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. So.
Yeah.
So the season when do you start practicing?
Oh, well, we'll start training when they get back. You know us. Next season starts now, right? You know. Amen. So yeah. So we'll start training when they get back from school, and then you know big weights. A lot of things are exposed, like fingers, ankles. You know, because football is made to play with a little contact. You know, and we're trying to take a contact sport and make it non-contact, which is hard to do, right? So we try to build our bodies up with our weight training or speed training, just things like that. Elizabeth's been great. We play our home games down at the Citizens Bank Stadium. They've been great allowing us to use the facility, so we don't have to work around anybody's schedules. So yeah, it was through training, and then our season starts mid-February and ends mid-May.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
sure.
Sir.
Coach Whitten. Hello to Pete and Crystal Slagle, Shauna Lane, Jeffrey Scalf, Coach Terry Moore, Bryce Van Hus down in Knoxville watching on the UT campus, the basketball manager for the men's basketball team, a big contributor to the show during basketball season. So got to switch gears for a second. We had a 7-on-7. Did we have it this morning?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. How'd that go this morning for the Cyclones?
Yeah, it's good. You know, guys got out there against Abingdon. Abingdon's got some good kids, you know, big tight end, power football, and so it was great. We had a 7-on-7 tonight, an opportunity to get out there and compete a little bit and go get, kind of motivates us a little bit, you know, going against someone different, see what we can, we film it, you know, so the kids can see what's going on. And so it's really, really great to see and have and get out there and get going.
You see on the clock, 29 days, 7 hours, 57 minutes for kickoff for all the high school. Of course, here It's the Cyclones and the Hilltoppers, the 100th meeting, so the countdown's on. We've got Media Day in the morning.
Yes,
We'll
sir.
stream that one. And then tomorrow night is the Friday Night Lights 5K, the fundraiser for Cyclone football at T.A. Duggar Middle School. Starts there, runs through the neighborhood, ends there. Big event. Always great turnout. Always a lot of people showing up, raising money for Cyclone footballs. It's here, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's on. Yeah. The Media Day's tomorrow. 5K, Lisa Baker does a great job of organizing that. It's a huge fundraiser for us. You know, we run events, I think helps us, and we split it. You know, Tia Duggar, Tony Briggs, our touchdown club is, you know, as businesses transition from older owners to new owners, you know, in local business, the small communities, it's hard to get people to support, you know, small town high school football and in sports, you know. So that's why we're lucky to have people who support us, Tony Briggs and our touchdown club, and people who volunteer, and it's really cool to see everyone contribute and run that race and get it going. And Tia Duggar's Media Day is on Monday, so it's, you know, full pads can start, you know, start getting onto it. You know, that ticker there, 29 days, that gives you cold chills. And Johnson City's coming to Betsy. You know, they don't come over here for nothing but a football game. You know, they got everything they need over there on that other side. You know, so the only time Science Hill people come to Elizabeth is for a football game. You know, so that's always been my granddad always said we don't cheer for them. You know, so it's always good to get good competition, good rivalry, good out the gate to see where you are. Both teams see where you're at, so they can finish that season. There's a lot of times the team that loses that game usually has a really good season, you know, just because they learned a lot about themselves. And that was Coach Stacey Carter and Coach Witten. They were big about getting that game moved back to number one, you know, so we can. It feels a lot. It's great for two communities, two teams come together and battle, and just like those season openers you were talking about. I mean, that's huge.
Oh yeah, it's a big gauge evaluation for both teams.
Right.
Coming out of the gate, Science Hill and the Cyclones.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you coming by.
No problem, man. Appreciate you. Yes, sir.
See you in the morning?
Yeah, see you in the morning.
Media Day.
All right.
There you go.
Go Bus. Go Cyclones. Orange and black. It's real easy.
As I said, it's not hard in my wardrobe. Orange and black wears good in Elizabeth and wears good here in Milligan. Quick break. We'll check in with the national runner-up. How about that? Of men's soccer in America, NAIA, the Milligan Buffs head coach next on the Tom Dolan Sports Show.
We're all picky about our produce, and whether you're a thumper, a sniffer, a squeezer, or just plain particular, we promise no one is more picky about produce than Food City. That's why we're introducing our Picky Promise. Whether it's from farms down the road or tropical produce from the ends of the earth, we guarantee it's fresh or we'll replace it. You see, we're picky about produce, so you don't have to be.
The Eagle Center, downtown Elizabethton, great antique store. Why come shop at the Eagle Center?
We just have so many unique things that tell a story, that add character to your home and conversation, and there's something new to look at every single day. Every time you come in, you won't see the same thing twice, and it's just a good place to shop for those unique gifts.
What's the saying you always use, the cliche?
Things tell a story when people no longer can.
That's it.
We have a building full of things that are just dying to tell stories.
Absolutely. 2 floors, over 50 vendors. Hours are open.
We're open 10 to 5 Monday through Saturday.
Closed on Sundays for the Lord's Day.
That's right.
And you have gift cards too, right?
We have gift cards available.
Yep. The Eagle Center, downtown Elizabeth, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Be loyal, buy local, and shop at the Eagle Center in downtown Elizabethton.
Thank you, Tom.
Here when I was young.
Oh, you played here, that's right.
I met my wife here.
That's right. Patty's here. Patty Sweeney, the men's soccer coach, national runner-ups last year. How close were we? That close?
We were close. We were close. It was a 2-1 game in the final.
Oh.
And to be honest with you, like when you get that far, it was just a pity we didn't finish it, but I was very proud of the boys. It was a heck of a run.
Heck of a run.
Yeah.
You're originally from where?
From Donegal, Ireland.
From Ireland, so that's why you don't talk East Tennessee. But we're glad he's in East Tennessee. This is your, what, second year?
Yes, that's starting my second season. Yeah.
So the first year he takes the team to the national championship. played here, now coaching here. How many guys back from last year's team you got?
We're from starting team, 8 starters will be back.
8?
8 from last year from the team that started in the national final will be back.
So is it fair to say we're loaded?
We're strong. I would say we're strong, and the players we're bringing in are very strong as well. So hopefully, you never know. You need a few things to go your way. You need good players to stay injury free, and a wee bit of luck. So if we get them, we'll be all right.
So you go to the national championship in NIA last year. So come recruiting time, does that open more doors for you? Everybody go, oh, you guys play in the national championship. Does it help recruiting?
Yeah, absolutely. There was one player from Scotland a lot of the top teams were after, and just that Irish-Scots connection that we managed to get him. But I don't think we'd have got him if we didn't go so far last season.
Coming in from Scotland?
Yeah, he's coming in from Scotland.
Wow. How many international kids do you have?
A lot.
How many different countries?
I would say, just off the top of my head, probably 10.
10 different countries?
Maybe.
Wow.
Yeah, we've got African players, Scandinavian, English, Scottish, South American. Yeah, so they're from all over, you know.
8 starters coming back, and they love Milligan. So they get on campus when's practice start?
The players come back Saturday, August 10th. We'll have a short meeting Sunday, August 11th, and we start the fitness tests Monday, the 12th.
It's on Monday. It starts August the 12th. When's the first match or game?
Our first game is the 17th against UNC Asheville in a scrimmage, the Division 1 team. So we're excited because that'll be a good challenge for us, and just to see where we're at and get a look at the new players.
Non-conference schedule. Is it hard to schedule people now since you're national runner-up? Nobody wants to play you?
Do you know what? We had a really tough time trying to get games.
I would think so.
We really did, but we're going to play UNC Asheville, Tusculum, King, and then Warren Wilson before we go into the conference.
Yeah. Tusculum, Warren Wilson, King, and UNC Asheville.
Yes, that's the 4 games to lead us into the conference.
So you call me up and say, hey, this is Patty Milligan. We'd like to play you guys. I'm going, you were national runner-ups, right? Yeah. Are you kidding me? We're going to get our brains beat out. No thanks. Call me in a couple of years. I bet you dealt with that, didn't you? That's the folks tell you no.
Yeah,
sure.
A little bit. But that's a testament to the boys,
Absolutely.
you know?
Absolutely.
It's a testament to what the boys achieve. But that said, you're only as good as your last game, you know? And we'll have to see what happens. The national final was 8 months ago, so it's a long time in the past. Time to move forward and see what the future holds.
That's it. We close that book, that chapter, and open up a new one this year. 2024 Milligan Soccer. So, again, in closing here, what do you feel like your strength's going to be this year?
I just think the nucleus from last year and some of the juniors going into senior roles, and we have a couple of older incoming players, one that played junior college, so he's seasoned, one who's coming in who I've known for many years, who's a wee bit older. I just think as a nucleus will be strong, you know, but like I said, one game at a time, we'll see where we end up.
8 starters coming back from the national runner-up. That's a pretty good nucleus. He hits the ground running, obviously, folks. Pretty good way to start it back up. 8 starters back from the national runner-up team a year ago, losing 2-1 in the national championship. Who beat you? What was it?
Mid-American Nazarene.
Mid-American Nazarene? Yeah. Good stuff. So, man, I appreciate you. Where can we find out more about Milligan Men's Soccer on social media?
Well, on Instagram, we post everything on Instagram, and then the school website will have our schedule on there. But we post things, upcoming games and that. And last year, the amount of students used to come to the game, it was brilliant, you know. So just to get that atmosphere means a lot to me and the boys.
Absolutely. Appreciate you stopping by,
Thank you,
sir.
Tom. God bless you.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Good
you,
man
guys.
right there. Quick break. We'll get Bill Robinson, men's basketball coach, next on the Tom Daly Sports Show. Ford of Elizabeth and Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
So here's the deal. An opportunity presented itself for me to come check the dealership out. They said it might be for sale. My wife, my mother-in-law, both of my sisters happened to come last September, and we ended up at the Covered Bridge event. And we just thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, it was a blast. We weren't planning on being there for that. It just so happened the time that we came, the Covered Bridge event was going on, and we just loved it. We loved the community, we loved the energy, the vibe, and we felt like it would be a great opportunity for us to serve the community. Because every time I look at a store, I always look at how can we improve the community, how can we create jobs, how can we improve the business, and the upside was so tremendous in the Elizabethton community. I just felt like we could come make a big difference, and we've been able to do it.
You have. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram of Elizabethton. Social media, how do we find you?
So Ford of Elizabethton, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram of Elizabethton. We're on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. We're everywhere, and we're ready to serve the community, sell cars, and make some happy customers.
Amen. What's the hours you're open, sir?
So we're open at 7:30 in service, and we're open at 8:30 in sales. We stay open till 7.
Our title sponsor, the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports, Ford of Elizabethton, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
At Carter County Bank, it's our job to help you focus on the happy moments and check off the things on your to-do list to make them happen. We're here along the way so you can pull off the happiest moments in life. Carter County Bank, in the business of happiness.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, his camp is rocking and rolling. How many you got this week, sir?
Just over 110.
110.
Yeah.
Just over 110.
Just over 110.
Yeah, just over. What's the most you've had 150 in here before, haven't you?
We had 165 one week last summer. It was too many.
Yeah.
This is a perfect number. This is a great number to have. Kids all get a lot of personal attention, but it keeps us running too.
Had Rena Lane on earlier. She was a camper at one point. Kaylee Hendrickson had her on earlier. She was a camper at one point. So, and they, I've had a daughter and 2 granddaughters come through. So, it's the real deal. Is this it? Is there any more?
This is it.
Last
half day
session?
tomorrow, we're done.
Yeah.
So,
You've
yeah.
had what?
3 weeks. Yeah,
3 weeks?
3 weeks.
Yeah. Well, circle it, folks. When they come out next year for Milligan basketball camp, sign your kid or grandkid up, whoever it is, cousin, nephew, whatever. It is well worth it. They have a blast, and it is what it is. And so London will tell you, talked about this earlier in the show, London will tell you, I was talking to Rena, her development was here. Her role model, her hero, she razzed him all the time, but Tyler Nichols, Ty still talks about him. And so he kind of motivated her to get it going. And I told Rena the same thing. These kids, you don't know, you may be the one that flips the switch. These counselors.
Exactly.
Bill Robinson flipped her switch too. So she loves Bill Robinson, loves him. My granddaughter does. And with good reason, he's a class act. So the camp's wrapping up. So give us a refresher from last year men's team. Kind of give us a recap how things went.
Yeah, we had a good year last year. Preseason picked 8th, finished 4th. Folly Bogan was All-American, was our player of the year in our league. He's leaving Sunday. He's getting ready to go overseas. Still not exactly sure where he's going to play, but Iceland is a possibility. I know there's a team over in Iceland that's looking at him. So had a really good year, lost some good players, but we're going to be really good. I'm excited about the new class coming in. We got a D2 transfer from Lincoln Memorial. Elijah Breadwood, who's actually working camp this week, he's here. One of his high school teammates, Hanjay Tamba, is a 7-footer transfer from Weber State, and he committed recently. And between the two of them, plus a couple other new pieces that we have to go with the guys coming back, I'm super excited, very optimistic about this coming year.
You got a 7-footer coming?
7-footer, he's coming.
That's a game changer.
Not just a 7-footer, but a 7-footer who committed to UT out of high school and played at Weber State, of course, where Damian Lillard went to school. So the kid's an unbelievable athlete. He can run up and down the floor like a deer. But he just wants to play. He just wants to be in a place where somebody will take care of him, and he'll get a great education and get a chance to play.
So you look at this kid looking for a place to play, obviously, at school. There's scads of schools, needless to say, in this country, and he chose Milligan University. A 7-footer, he'll be a game changer, no question. He can play, he's an aircraft carrier, 7-footer, right here on this floor at Steve Lacy Fieldhouse. I would think I'd put an extra spring in the step of the head basketball coach. What do you think?
I think so. He obviously had a lot of attention being 7 foot. He had high major programs that contacted him. He had low major. He had D2s. But it really came down to he just felt like this is where the Lord was leading him and just felt very comfortable here. And just, again, he wants somebody that just take care of him, somebody that will put his best interest as a person above his interest as a basketball player. And that's what we're about, people.
Absolutely. How many years of eligibility will he have?
He's got 2 years eligibility left.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
Hello, Eric Bowers. Hello, Rick Peters. Thanks for watching. We come out every month to promote Milligan University. As I said earlier, we got 9 volleyball games we're doing this year. We've tripled the number of volleyball games we're doing, in addition to Elizabethton and T.A. Duggar. They're sports too, so we're going to be really busy, and that's okay. And then we got basketball coming with his team and Kylie's team coming, the Lady Buffs and men's team later on the year. What are the rules right now? When do the guys come on campus and when do you start working out?
Yeah, they'll come back third weekend in August, so around the 22nd, 23rd, something like that. We can't do anything for a month. So they can have open gyms, they can do stuff on their own, but really what we want to do is just connect with them as people, hang out. We don't even need to talk about basketball. Let's just get to know them better, get to know their families, help just build those bonds. We'll do some fundraising during that time where we spend van trips, going down to UT football games to work. That's where we really get to connect with those guys and get to find out who they really are, and for them to find out who we really are.
Back in the day, you guys used to work up at Bristol Motor Speedway too to do fundraising.
Still do it, yeah.
Still do?
Yeah, it's great times. We love it.
Yep, and it's all about the relationships. And here's the cool thing about this man is once they graduate, they still come back. They make a steady stream. They call, they text, they come by. He gets invited to weddings. He finds out when his former players are now going to be dads, and so it's all about relationships. That's what it is. Way beyond the wins and losses, 10, 15 years, and they won't remember what the scores were of the game. They remember who this man is right here, and he poured into them and loved on them. And what the Lord did. Lord, it's all about a one-on-one deal, isn't it?
It is.
The ministry is one-on-one. You know, I heard Charles Stanley on a sermon the other day. He said, the Lord went out and got the disciples one by one. Hey, come follow me. Hey, come follow me. And so, in this case, he says, hey, come play for me. And they are, and it's really exciting. So the big 7-footer's coming. Who you got come back from last year?
Finn McClure.
Finn.
Sam Gold. The 2 guys who started a lot, played a lot. McCaskill Rivers was all conference as a freshman, all freshman team. He was here earlier this week working out in the weight room, playing pickup with the guys. He's very motivated too. So Lincoln Tommy, who played a lot of minutes for us on the wing this year, and of course Flynn Carlson. You got Finn McClure and Flynn Carlson, but Flynn will be back for his senior year in the post. So feel really good about our depth. We're going to have some battles in practice for playing time, for sure.
Non-conference schedule he got this year, anybody?
Our conference schedule has been reduced down to only 20 games, so we've had to up our non-conference schedule. We're going down to a tournament in Florida College. They were in a national tournament last year, had a really, really good team, so we're going to challenge ourselves early with a trip to Tampa. We're going up to northern Indiana later, the next following weekend, Huntington College. Try to play a couple games close to Flynn's home. It'll only be a couple-hour drive instead of a 9-hour drive to see him play. 2 D1s we've got going out to Tennessee Tech and Western Carolina. So those are 2 games that are not too far, that teams that we think that we can at least compete with.
Sure.
So I'm excited about both of those. And then Carolina University is looking to possibly get in the league here in the next year or 2. We're going to start putting them on a non-conference schedule, so we'll have a home-and-home with them. So they're in Winston-Salem.
Winston-Salem?
Yep.
Carolina University?
Carolina University. And then we'll play at the show. The big tournament they have at Meadowview at Thanksgiving. Right now, tentatively, we have St. Thomas from Florida on the schedule for that tournament, and Life University from Atlanta. 2 really, really good teams. So we're not dodging anybody. We'll play anybody anytime, and hopefully that'll make us stronger come conference season.
The 7-footer's last name is?
It's Tamba.
Tamba.
T-A-M-B-A. Yep.
Tamba. That's his last name.
That's kind of what we call him. His first name is Anjay, but everybody he goes by Tamba.
Tamba. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Your coaches this year will be who? Assistant coaches.
Alex Biggerstaff will be my full. We have one full-time assistant. He does it. He's running camp. So I'll be honest, I haven't done a whole lot this week except organize, pump up all the balls and get all the name tags out. But he's been running camp. So he's my full-time guy. Chase Love got a job at UNACA last year teaching, but he wants to do college coaching, so he's going to be our part-time guy. Ben Willis is our GA, our graduate assistant. He's got a part-time job, or it's really a full-time job, and he'll work with us part-time. And of course, Willie's moving to the high school, so we're going to lose him. But possibility. Got an interview tomorrow with a possible volunteer coach too. So it's a really good staff, really good team. So we're praying for a really good year.
The Robinsons are everywhere. Willie is helping Coach Honeycutt on the boys team in Elizabethton, and Rachel, you met her the other day to meet the Cyclone Volleyball Media Day. She's the freshman volleyball coach. And mom's at T.A. Duggar and dad's at Milligan, so they're everywhere. That's
everywhere. Good. And black and orange is everywhere.
Yeah, and then his son-in-law is head volleyball coach, Abarrientos, Mr. Abarrientos, married into the Waltons.
We'll be spending a lot of time at Elizabethton High School,
you
especially
got it.
during the volleyball season.
Absolutely, because son-in-law's the head coach and daughter's the freshman coach, which is very exciting. We had a chance to do the media day with him earlier in the week, so it's going to be good. So I'm excited. I know you're excited.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, you should be. It's awesome. So big year coming up for Milligan Sports. Again, Brendan's telling me they're getting ready to take all these banners down because of the success and go and add new names and new numbers and all these championship banners and put them back up next week. So it's awesome. Steve Lacey Fieldhouse, they've done a great job in here, haven't they?
It is. It looks great. Floor looks great. Baskets, new scoreboard. It looks totally different. It's been great.
We're going to pack this place out again. What is, by the way, somebody asked me this and I don't know that. What's the maximum standing room only? We had it that year North Carolina came here.
When North Carolina, we sold 1,000 tickets. That included seating along the baseline and with some special stuff that we did. But I think 800 is probably, if we had 800 people, we'd pack it out pretty well.
Yeah, it's awesome. Awesome place. I know you got to run this camp. When do you do your devotion? Have you had it yet?
No, it'd be a little bit. It's usually around 2 o'clock.
Yep.
Yep.
He does a devotion every day with these campers, and so I was watching some of these kids can play out here.
We've got a kid out here right now. We've already offered a JV spot for next year, so we do look at campus being it's a tool to be able to feed our program. So we got kids that just love it. They come here, love the cafeteria, love the opportunity to hang out in Milligan, love being on campus, and this is where they want to go to school someday.
I've asked you this before. I don't know if you've heard any stats. How many kids came here as campers and ultimately came not just as athletes, but came here as a student? Because you have a run of the place. These kids are all over the campus, and so it's like almost like a second home to them. I guarantee some of these kids have, once they've graduated from high school, came to be students. Guarantee they have to be.
Yeah. I didn't keep track of it. I probably should have, but
it's a great marketing tool.
It is.
I mean, they're here. They go downstairs, swim in the pool. They go up to the cafeteria with the college students. That's where they have their lunch. They play ball here on the floor. I mean, it's London knows this place like the back of her hand. So, it's really cool. It's a great experience. In large part, how many years have you been doing the camp?
This is 15 years here.
15. Now, I asked him the other day. I ran into him at the restaurant. I said, "How's the book coming?" He's writing a book. I can't wait to get it. I want to help push it. If he gets it out in time for the holidays, to push it for whenever he gets it out. I want to give some away. I want to buy some. So for folks out there, what's the name of the book? What's it about? And where are we?
Carolina Basketball School, the history, stories, and drills. We're very close. The editing that the publishers did, I actually have gone through the first 10 chapters. Finished the 10th chapter this morning. Got to get through the next couple chapters. Need to add a couple stories from my interview with Hubert this summer at Carolina Camp. I'm hoping to have it, and this is, again, conservatively, I want to be done by the end of next week. Have it in their hands. It'll take 3 or 4 weeks to get it kind of together and get it, but I want it to be done by the end of August. And I would like to have it on Amazon by the 1st of September. That's my goal. I've secured a sponsor, a donor, somebody who kind of help get it off the ground financially too. I guess the investor is the best word for that.
Yep.
But it seems like everything's coming together right now. We just need to get some photos and just kind of tidy it up a little bit. But 6 years, I'm ready to be done. I'm ready to get it. I'm motivated to get it finished. So
get it out there and let people read it.
Exactly.
How many pages do you think it's going to be? Lots of
I think
pictures.
220.
Oh yeah.
Something like that. About
awesome.
You know, it could be 50,000 words or more, but and diagrams at the end of each chapter give a little bit of the basketball side of it. So if you have somebody who maybe not interested in Carolina basketball but wants to see kind of what some of the drills and stuff that they would do, those are included as well.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Name of the book again is going to be
Carolina Basketball School. That's how it started when Dean Smith originated the camp, and history, stories, and drills.
Hello, Kerry Reed. Hello to Eric Bowers. Hello to Gay Copeland. That's a brand new name. Thank you. We're up here at Milligan University again hanging. We'll be here every month now. Every month we come to showcase coaches, and today Coach Robinson is one of the men's basketball coach. You'll be starting what year this year?
This will be 16.
16th year as a head
16
coach.
years here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been a great run. He's brought a lot of folks to this camp, onto this campus. I know that, and so you can't minimize what he's done to help market the product and the program. Once it gets here, Milligan kind of sells itself, doesn't it, when it gets
does.
there?
We just get our kids on campus and they fall in love with the place.
You got it.
Thank you, sir.
Oh yeah, he's awesome. Head coach Bill Robinson, men's basketball coach. Hello, Mrs. Reed. How you doing? She's going to be on the show tomorrow. Kerry Reed's coming to be on the show tomorrow. I like it. Why? Because we asked her, what's she going to talk about? It don't matter. She's hilarious. And so she is a hoot. She is. We're looking forward to seeing her tomorrow on the show. Quick break. We'll be right back to wrap this thing up. Really neat. Love coming over promoting this university. It's awesome. Brandon, our SID, to finish it next on the Tom Daly Sports Show. Furniture. Tell folks out there what Cannon Furniture is all about, would you please?
We are a local family-owned small business. We have a full line of furniture and bedding, living room, dining room, recliners, mattresses, you name it. We have it. We also do custom lines of furniture.
Some of the product lines you carry are?
We have Bassett, England, Ashley, Benchcraft, Barca Lounger, and Sealy, Simmons, Tempur-Pedic, Serta, Beauty Rest, Sierra Sleep. And there's a new one coming soon, but I'll keep that one quiet until it gets here.
To the appropriate time. Hours are open at Cannon Furniture.
Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 9 to 5.
They rely a lot on social media. How can we find you on social media?
You can find us on Facebook or Instagram at Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings.
Yep, one of our great sponsors is Cyclone Sports. Check them out, folks. Again, be loyal, buy local, and buy at Betsy in downtown Elizabeth. And the great folks are right here, Cannon's Furniture. Dan's Barbecue.
We care about our product, and we do it all ourselves in-house. I make all the rub, all the sauce, and the reason I got in barbecue is I'm pretty much obsessed with it. I went to college for drafting, but when the economy crashed, I got laid off and ended up opening in 2010, and I've been doing it full-time ever since.
Hours are open?
We're open Tuesday through Saturday. We're open on weekdays 11 to 8 and Friday and Saturdays till 9 p.m.
How do we find you on social media?
My Facebook page, Big Dan's East Tennessee Barbecue. I got somebody working on a website, but it's not ready yet.
And then the phone number is?
423-542-2272, and we're in the third block downtown on the left.
There you go. One of our great sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Daly Sports Show, Big Dan's Barbecue at downtown Elizabethton. He got it started. He's going to finish it for us. Hello to Charles Ryder. Is Brandon with us again? Mr. Oh, nice. This kid right here can play. I don't know who he is, but he can play. This one right here. You can't see him on the camera. I'm just watching him go up and down the floor. He hustles his tail off. The strawberry blonde-haired kid. I just probably identified half the Tri-Cities. A strawberry blonde kid can play basketball. But yeah. He can play. So Brendan's back with us. Throw out some numbers since Christian Pope's come on board as the athletic director.
Yeah.
It's incredible the success this university's had athletically.
Yeah, we've had 19 individual national champions at the NAIA level. That's across several sports, including swimming, track and field, and it's been really impressive. They've had 3 team championships since he's been here. All 3 of those are cross country. This year in 2023, both the men and women were national champions in cross country. And over his 3 years, there's been 128 NAIA All-Americans in that time across our 31 sports.
In 3 years.
In 3 years.
128 All-Americans.
And beyond that, this is an even more prestigious award. 39 College Sports Communicators Academic All-Americans, which is an extremely prestigious award. The awards that they get for these are glass plaques, basically, with their name written into them, and it's a really huge deal. And to have 39, I think that's at this point the 20th most in the last 3 years in the nation. So that's really impressive.
So it's not just a sports factory, folks. 39 All-Americans academically over the last 3 years. You can do the math. That's the average of 12 a year across all the sports. And so, and of course, if you don't know this, I can go ahead and tell you this, having had kids graduate from high school. When you graduate from Milligan, a piece of paper opens doors, I promise you. And so when you speak Milligan academically, it opens doors. Plain, I can tell you that on a first-time basis, being a father and a grandfather, the Milligan piece of paper opens doors, I'll leave it at that, academically. So it's not just a sports factory cranking out teams. So you got academic All-Americans, 19 individual athletic All-Americans, 3 national championship teams in 3 years for a school of 1,800, 2,000 kids. Speaks volumes to the coaches. That's why we come out and promote these coaches. And so you got the Newberries and the Bars and the Sweeneys and the Robinsons and the Whittons. You know, Kayla Hendrickson now with working on the streaming into things to get the program out there, the product. This young man's come on board who's done a yeoman's job in just 2 months. So we got a new president. Dr. Greer is stepping aside. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's him. He knew he messed up. He took off and ran ahead. That ball come bouncing. He went, uh-oh. And that's okay. That's the only time it happened. That's all right. Anyway, it's an incredible opportunity for me to come out here and promote this university because it's all Christian-based. That's the other thing. It's faith-based, Christian university. They don't make any bones about that, nor do they apologize. So you've been here 2 months. So in closing here, what has struck you about Milligan and this whole experience, only 2 months into it being the new SID?
Well, honestly, for me, in the 2 months that I've been here, I think the thing that struck me the most is how easy it is to work with my coworkers, how easy it is to get things done, get information from coaches, all of that kind of stuff, and the support of if I'm trying to put something out about their team, they give me all kinds of stuff that I need. They give me information out my ears, is more than I could use.
Yep.
And that's huge for me in my job because a lot of times at a school at this type of level, at the NAIA level, you can't get a ton of information from coaches on, who's going to be your contributors for the next year and all this kind of stuff. But here, that's not the case, and it hasn't been for anything that I've been doing at this job so far. So that's been the big thing that struck me the most. But on top of that, really just encouraging as a group. Just everybody around here is so encouraging, and it makes you want to be at work.
Absolutely. Makes me want to come out and do these shows once we come do these volleyball. Because let me tell you how I work with this guy. I walk in, everything's set up. I ain't got to do anything. He helps me string the court, whatever it takes. That's not always been the case. But when I come out here to Milligan, it's like, hey, we're glad you're here. We appreciate you being here. What can we do to make it easier for you? And that's and his coaches do him the same way. And so he's done the same thing. And Christian does the same thing as athletic director. What's it take? What do we need to do to grow the product to make it easier, make it better? And so when I come out here to do this show, And it's like table set up, ready to roll, no questions. Boom, here's your guest. Boom. I'm going to box up and head out of here because this man right here, he's a pro, and I've only known him for 2 months. So it's been a pleasure already. We're just getting started. We got volleyball, got 9 games, matches coming up September the 21st. Got some new wrinkles we're going to do. We're going to stream it here. We're going to stream on the Milligan website. We're going to be doing we're going to be just waiting, let you see when we do it. But we've got some new wrinkles we're going to do to help promote the product because it is a very, very promotable product. Read those numbers one more time, sir, before we get out of here.
Yeah, 19 national champions in the last 3 years, 3 team championships in the last 3 years, 128 NAI All-Americans in the last 3 years, and 39 CSC Academic All-Americans.
It's incredible. Website to find out about Milligan, where do we go?
MilliganBuffs.com.
That's
and
it.
You can see everything from schedules to rosters to news about every sport. Everything's up there.
Let's thank the guests before we get out of here. Of course, we started with him. Tell everybody who you are.
Brendan Sweeney.
Brendan Sweeney, absolutely. We had Patty, the men's soccer coach, national runner-up. He said, they told him that was last year. It's a new chapter. I said, I got you. I love to hear the guy talk. I can't talk like him, but I loved it. Big thanks to him. Tim Barr, the disc golf coach. Coach Newberry, the women's soccer coach. As we said, Coach Sweeney, the men's soccer coach. We had Ryan Whitten on, the flag football coach. Kaylee Hendrickson, who now does the sports media. Is that her official title again?
Creative and digital media.
Yeah, digital media for the athletic department. Of course, yourself. Did I leave anybody off? Let's see. We get them all? I think I got them all. Rena Lane stopped by, one of the players. She's one of the counselors. I was going to get Riley Whitson on over, but I don't see her. So try and get her on because she's an incoming freshman. She's way down on the other end. So maybe the next time through. But anyway, it's been a great. We'll be back here on August the 15th to do it all over again. Kids come on campus when?
Well, for the fall sports, they'll probably be getting here around August 6th or so.
Yeah.
So volleyball, soccer, cross country, maybe some golf as well will be coming on campus. So, and tennis probably. So, everyone else probably comes on, I think, in mid to late August, so around the 18th or 19th. But prior to that, our fall sports will be coming in.
The website again is?
MilliganBuffs.com.
See you next month. It's awesome. Thank you, sir.
Got it.
I love working with this guy. He's a pro. That's going to do it from here. They're getting ready to get into wild stations. You got them scattered. They've had their lunch. Now they know where they're going to be going. They're going to be doing stations. They're going to play games later this afternoon. Tomorrow's the Olympic day. They go half a day. They call it Buff Olympics. They come in and play for championships. They've been playing all week long against each other, and they'll get in there and get with it tomorrow. The parents come tomorrow and watch. They go half a day. They do the Olympics, and they serve them pizza and send them home. Every kid got a basketball, and every kid gets a T-shirt and come to the Milligan camp. Every kid. So this week, they gave out 110 basketballs. They're all over in that one room. When they say go get the basketballs, it is a free-for-all. I love it. And so, and they go get them, and every one of those kids got their name on the basketball, and so it's a fun camp. This is the last week of the camp for this year, so just plant that seed for next year. If you're looking for a basketball camp that does great things for these kids, consider the Milligan University basketball camp. So for our outgoing president, Dr. Bill Greer, our athletic director, Christian Pope, our SID, Brendan Sweeney, and all the coaches, this time they're saying thanks for watching. Let's wrap it up as we always do. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross. It's his show. And if you don't think he's running the show, you are smoking something. All right? It is all about him. Every time his heart's beat since I've been here, it's because he's allowed it to. How many people, I know people went to bed and didn't wake up. So the fact you wake up is a gift, folks, I'm telling you. The fact I can get up and walk off this floor and go to my car and going down the road, it's a gift. So, plain and simple. Let's hit the verse of the day, and it is this one right here. John 20:30-31 says, Jesus did many other miraculous signs in the presence of his disciples, which are not recorded in this book, the Bible. Verse 31, but these are written that you may believe that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of God, and that by believing you may have life in his name. Woo! That'll get you fired up your Woods Wedge. John 20, 30 and 31 the verse today. Good way to end it. See you back here tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, Media Day. Elizabethton Cyclone Football Media Day. We'll be there streaming it. We'll be at Food City tomorrow for the Tom Douglas Sports Show at Food City in Elizabethton on the Food City Friday. Then we'll tomorrow night come back and bring to you. It's a busy day. Tomorrow night is the Friday Night Lights 5K road race fundraiser for Cyclone football at T.A. Duggar Middle School. It starts there at 8 o'clock tomorrow night and ends there tomorrow night. They run through the neighborhood. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll be there tomorrow after the two shows. So first one up tomorrow morning, Media Day. Elizabethton Cyclone football, golf, cross country, and soccer. We've already done volleyball and cheerleading. So see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching the show. Be sure and like and share it. Again, their website's MilliganBuffs.com. Love being part of the land of the Buffaloes at Milligan University. Until tomorrow, we'll say as always, as Mama used to say, bloom where you're planted. And she was right. And win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching show number, what is today's show? Show number 2116.